Good morning, students. The previous day I had taught you some paragraph of first flight, the rat trap. Today we will explain the next paragraph and just find out the old man just as generous with the confidence as with porridge. Just we are starting from here. Just see porridge and tobacco means when the rat trap stayed with the old man to spend his night after taking the porridge and playing the majolis. The old man was just as generous and with his confidence as with the porridge and tobacco means they also took the enjoy of playing majolis, and they also uh, took enjoy of taking porridge and tobacco. The guest was informed at once that in his days of the property his host had been a crofter at Ramsjo ironworks and had worked on the land. Means the red trap was informed that the host was means the old man was a crofter and he used to work in Ramsjo ironworks and had worked on the land. Now that he was no longer able to do day labor, means it was his cow which supported him. He further told him that he used to work in Ramsjo ironwork, but he had become old, so he did not go anywhere to work. He had a cow and he used to milk the cow and take it. Yes, that boss, that Washi was extraordinary. She could give me milk for creamery every day, and last month he had received all the 30 kroner in a payment. The old man told the crofter that he used to milk his cow and he had earned 30 kroner by selling the milk. The stranger must have seemed incredulous, for old man got up and went to the window, took down a leather pouch with which hung on a nail in the very window frame, and picked out three wrinkles 10 kroner bills. Means just he stole the money. These he held up before the eyes of his guest, nodding knowingly, and then stuffed them back into the pouch. The next day, both men got up in good season. Means after that they slept. The crofter was in a hurry to milk his cow, and the other man probably thought he should not stay in bed when the head of the house had gotten up. Means the crofter just he decided to go from there. They left the cottage at the same time. The crofter locked the door and put the key in his pocket. The man with the rat trap said goodbye and thank you, and thereupon each went his way. Means after that both departed the house, but half an hour later the rat trap peddler stood again before the door. Means after half an hour he again returned there. He did not try to get in the however he only went up to the window, smashed a pane, and stuck his hand and got hold of the pouch with his the 30 kanorer. Means here in the line the writer says that uh, the crofter stole the money from the there that has been put on the windowsill. He took the money and thrust it into his own pocket and put it in the pocket. Then he hung the leather pouch very carefully back in his place and went away. Means after taking the money he went from there. As he walked along with the money in his pocket, he felt quite pleased with the smartness. He realized, of course, that at first he dared not continue on the public highway but must turn off the road into the woods. Means after stealing the money, the rat trap decided not to go, not to use the road or the highway. So he decided to turn towards the forest because he had stolen the money from the crofter. During the first hour, this caused him no difficulty. Later in the day, it became worse, for it was big and confusing forest he has gotten into. Means half an hour he felt well, but after some time he did not feel well. Why? He tried to be sure to walk in definite direction, but the path twisted back and forth so strangely. He walked and walked without coming to the end of the wood, and finally he realized that he had only been walking around the same part of the forest. Means after after traveling a last time, actually he had spent so many hours, he has spent so many hours to find the right way. He had been lost in the forest. At once he recalled his thought about the word and the rat trap. Now his own turn had come. He had let himself be fooled by a bait, and had been taught the whole forest with the trunks and branches, its thick and fallen log crossing upon him like an impenetrable prison from which he could never escape. Means he felt that as he has been prisoned, he has been covered with the forest, and he was unable to find the suitable way. It was late in December, darkness was already descending over the forest. It was the month of the December, means cold season, and the night was, it was going to be dark very soon. This increased the danger and increased also the gloom and despair. Means seeing the, it was going to be dark very soon, means very soon it was going to be dark, so he was in despair, hopelessness. Finally he saw no way, and he sank down on the ground, tried to death, thinking that his last moment had come. Means he realized that he was going to die, but just as he laid his head on the ground, he heard a sound, a hard regular thumping, a hard regular thumping. There was no doubt as to what was. He raised himself. Those are the hammers stroker from iron mill, he thought. Means he put his when he put his head on the ground, he realized that he was near some iron mills. That there must be people nearby. Means he summoned all his strength, got and staggered in the direction of that sound. Means he moved towards the sound. The Ramsjo iron works, which are now closed down, were not so long ago a large plant with smelter, rolling mill and forge. Means he went towards there in summertime. In summertime, long lines of the heavily loaded barge screws slid down the canal, which led to a large inland lake. Means there was lake beside the iron mill. And in the winter time, the roads near the mill were black from all the coal dust which sifted down from the big charcoal crafts crates. During one of the long dark evenings just before Christmas, the master smith, means master smith was the owner of that mill, and his helper sat in the dark forge near the furnace, waiting for the pig iron which had been put in the fire to be ready to put on the anvil. Means the owner of the factory had come there. Actually he wanted to make good goods from there. Every now and then one of them got up to stir the glowing mass with a long iron bar, returning in a few moments, dripping with the perception, though, as it was the custom, he wore nothing but a long shirt and a pair of wooden shoes. Okay, just that person had worn a long shirt and pair of wooden shoes all the time. There were many sounds to be heard in the forge. The big bellows groaned and the burning coal cracked. Means there was cracking of the coal. The fire boy shoveled charcoal into the maw of the furnace with a great deal of the clatter outside roared the waterfall. and a sharp north wind whipped the rain against the brick tiled roof. Means it was dark there due to the polluted area. It was probably an account of all this noise that the blacksmith did not notice that a man had opened the gate. Means the blacksmith didn't notice that someone was going to enter and entered the forge until he stood close up to the furnace, and he saw him when he came the furnace. Surely it was nothing unusual for poor vagabonds. Vagabonds को मतलब without to wander without purpose, without any later shelter, for a night to be attached the forge by the glow of light which escaped through the sooty pans and came into the warm themselves in a font of the fire. The blacksmith glanced only casually and ironically at the intruder. Means when he saw him, he looked the way people of this type usually did, and with a long beard. With a long beard means he had a long beard. He had a long beard, dirty, ragged means he had long beard, dirty, ragged means jeered, seed, phata purana, and with a bunch of red traps dangling on his chest. Means he had hung so many red traps on his chest. He asked permission to stay. Just he means the red trap asked permission to spend his night, and the master blacksmith nodded a hearty contest without honoring him with a single word. Just he nodded, he accepted. Means he said him that he could spend the night. The tramp did not say anything either. He had not come there to talk, but only to warm himself and sleep. Actually, he wanted to sleep there because it was too cold there, so he wanted to spend his night in the mill. In those days, the Ramjo iron was owned by a very prominent iron master. Prominent, uh, famous, whose greatest ambition was to ship out goods in the market. He watched both night and day to see that the work was done as well as possible. Means he was doing his best to make the good product from there. And at this moment he came into the forge. One of his nighty round the inspection means actually he wanted to know the condition. Okay students, and the next para we will read the next day. Okay, thanks so much for watching the video, and if you have any problem you can